Welcome to another live session. So today we are discussing, or this night rather, because I've gone live twice earlier today. So for this night we are discussing entrepreneurship. Yeah, we are discussing choosing a business to start. So let me just get straight to the point because of the people that are going to watch this video in playback. Now, people start businesses for different reasons. Hi, hi, Canary King. Welcome to the live. Nice to have you here. So, we're discussing choosing a business to start. I just want to drop some of my ideas and points. Yes, yes, you're the first person on the live. You're welcome. So nice to have you here again. So, when you're choosing a business to start, yeah, people start businesses for different reasons. Some people are founders, right? That is to say, they had an idea, they felt like this is something that hasn't been done before and they need to do it, right? So they found their own, is it found or find, they start their own company basically because it's something that hasn't been done before. Their aim is to change the world. Their aim is to, do something that had to do something new that hasn't been done before. That's one type of people that start businesses, right? Another type of people are those that they see like a gap, like someone else is already doing that thing, but they feel like there's a gap. They feel like they can come in and do something different than what that person is doing, so they start their own business. Now there's another class of people that start businesses. These are those that they start businesses for survival. Not always survival. Well, yes, for survival, but there are people that start businesses just as another source of income. So I will still call it survival. Now, starting a business as because you want it to be a source of income is different from starting a business because you want to change the world or do something new, right? Most people that start businesses because it's something that hasn't been done before or is their unique idea, they probably have funding, right? They know where they get their funds from. They have funding here, or they source for, or they already have money saved. So the way they are going to do it is different from you that is starting the business to survive, that is starting the business to make profits, right? Because some businesses, to be honest, some businesses are entirely profit based. The purpose of starting the business is to make profits, to survive, right? Now, if you are starting a business because you want to survive, what you will be considering is different from what the person that is starting the business to do something new. Two different things that the both of you would be considering. If you're starting a business because you want to survive, you may not necessarily have passion for that thing, right? I've seen people that come online to ask, what kind of business can I start? What kind of business can I go into? Even like day-to-day life, people ask me like, what do you think I can sell? Now, people that ask this question, they're not looking for necessarily something unique. They're looking for what people already buy, right? Now, this is where I'm headed. In some certain businesses, people will tell you that the business is oversaturated, right? They mean like too many people are already doing that business, so you cannot go into the business. Well, that may be true depending on your reason for starting a business. But for those who are starting the business purely for profit, right, to make profit, to earn a living, to as a source of income, to make money basically, they love to go into businesses where there's already a buying audience. I don't know if you understand me. They love going into businesses that already has a buying audience because you wouldn't have to do so much work like if you're introducing something new into the market. Now, if you're starting a business to make profits, you're starting a business that people are already buying, like you already have customers. In fact, it's your customers that are looking for you. Your clients are the ones looking for you. You're not starting something new. You're starting something that you know that people are ready to give you their money today. You don't even need to market. You don't need to explain the product to them because they already know the product. They understand the product and they want the product. Hi, 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 hi. Kitchen documentary. Nice to have you here. Thank you for joining the live. I think this is your first time of being on the live. You are highly welcome. Let me know where you're joining in from, your location. Thank you for liking, and if you're here, please you can also subscribe to my channel. Okay, Adi Sauce from Romania. Hi, how are you doing? I hope you had a nice day. For me here, it's past midnight. I don't know what time it is for you over there, but for me here, it's past midnight. So I had a great day. I hope you also had a great day. It's midweek and we are approaching the weekend. So I hope that you had a great week and you're still going to have a lovely weekend. Thank you so much. So back to what I was saying. Today we're discussing choosing a business to start, right? And I was saying for those that go into business mainly to make profit, they want to do businesses that they know that people are already going to buy. Because starting a business to make profits, most often times, like small businesses, they don't have a lot of capital to put into the business, right? So, and no, generally, if you're starting a business, you have to keep money aside for advertising. Earlier in the day, we were talking about marketing. You have to keep money aside for advertising because people need to know that you do this business in order for them to patronize you, right? In order for them to support you. Of course, you can tell your family and friends that you now have a business, but as we all know, or for those who are newly into business, you cannot rely on your family and friends to be your only supporters in the long term. So the earlier you start advertising to like strangers in quotes, like people that don't know you, but people that need your services, right? Your family and friends will not necessarily be your clients or your customers. And I've heard people say, oh, my family didn't support me, my friends didn't support me. Well, probably they don't need what you're selling, right? And probably they don't have extra money to spare. But that doesn't even matter. If you're starting a business, right? Especially if you're starting a business that already has a buying audience, which means that people are out there that need your product, that need your services. So why are you so focused on your family and friends that don't need your products or services, right? If you're in business, it is your duty, it is your job to find your audience, to find your clients, to find the people that need what you're selling, right? You cannot force people that don't need your product to buy your products, right? So if you're in business, especially if you're doing a business that you don't know if people want, like there are some very unique niche things that I see people selling, and I just look at the business and I know that this product that you're selling, it may be a bit difficult for you to find your clients because it's a very particular specific thing you're selling. But for those that sell clothes, anybody can buy clothes. If they know you, if they don't know you, anybody can buy your wares, anybody can buy shoes and bags, anybody can buy electronics, TV sets, anybody can, buy a car for me if you're a car dealer, right? Because anybody can need a car. But if you're selling something particular to a certain age, a certain group of people, a certain ethnicity, a certain geographic, right, you would need to do a lot of marketing because your customers are not all the way around. Okay, let me read comments. Hi Rasan Hockets, welcome to the live. Nice to have you here. Hi Elaine. Hi Angelina. Thanks so much for the compliments. I appreciate you. Tim and Taz, hi. Nice to see you here again. Online shopping is the way. Yes, actually a lot of people start shop online now. A whole lot of people shop online. Not everybody wants to leave their house and go into their local markets, going to supermarkets, going to big stores physically. So a lot of people shop online and have it delivered to their house. So if you're starting a business, especially if you don't have the finances for a brick and mortar store, you also want to consider starting a business online, either getting a website, or you can sell on TikTok, you can sell on Instagram, right? You can even advertise on your WhatsApp status for those that have a large number of contacts. Now, if you're starting a business that everybody already wants to buy, right? A business that, because now people talk about saturated business, right? But that doesn't matter because you already know that that business has paying clients, that business has a buying audience, right? I don't know. It's this is how it is here in Nigeria. If you go into a store, a market, everybody on that same line, they sell the same thing. I don't know if anybody else has noticed. I don't know if it happens anywhere else in the world. But in Nigeria, if you walk into a market, you can see like 5 people on that same line that are selling the exact same thing. And they all don't mind, right? Because they know that this is something that people want and your customers will definitely come. Your customers will definitely find you. So choosing a business to start is not necessarily about passion. It's not necessarily always about changing the world. Some people start businesses simply to survive, simply to make profits, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? But I see a lot of online coaches telling you about, oh, if you're starting a business, you want to do something unique, you'd want to do something in the 1%. Not necessarily. A lot of people start businesses just to make profit, just to survive, just to make ends meet. You don't necessarily need to do what you have a passion for. And to be honest, not everybody has a passion. Not everybody has one particular thing that they say, oh, I think about this thing all the time. I'm so talented in this place. Not everybody has that. Some people are good at painting, at singing, at dancing, and drawing. There are certain people that cannot do any of these things. They're not passionate about any of these things. So they can literally do anything or go into any field because they are not obsessed with one thing. There are also some people that are like, let me say, jack of all trades, right? They are basically like they do a lot of things because they don't have one particular interest. Hi, Jesse Delis. I'm doing well, and you? Nice to have you on the live. Thank you for joining in. I hope you had a nice day. I hope you had a great day. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. I'm so grateful. If you're here, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and give this live a thumbs up. So yeah, today we're talking about businesses, and I'm talking about choosing a business to start. That's what I'm talking about. So if you have any thank you. If you have any questions or contributions, you can just leave it in the comment section. So yes, I was saying that Instagram coaches and all of that will tell you that you need to be passionate about whatever business you're starting, but not necessarily. You can start a business to make profit. Now, starting a business that is solely profits based, hey, um, feel like it has two sides to it. There's the pros and there's the cons. Okay, let me read comments. Jesse said, I'm from Trinidad. Arnold, hi Arnold. No, I'm not Jewish. I'm not Jewish at all. I'm Nigerian. I'm a Christian. Are you Jewish? Are you I don't know. But I'm not Jewish. I'm a Christian and I'm Nigerian. I do know that Jewish people practice the Old Testament, right? They refuse to accept the New Testament. We are not, we are different. Yeah, we are actually different in a way, but we also have similar beliefs in a way. But I'm not Jewish at all. So back to the topic of choosing a business to start. Yeah. So if you're starting a whatever business it is that you want to start, you want to make sure that you have a clientele because you're starting a business to make profits and you don't want to be long in the business without earning any money, right? Because you're there to make money and you have bills to pay. So you don't want to start something that will be difficult for you to find clients. You want to start something that is so easy for you to get customers, something that you see that people are already demanding for, people are asking for this thing. You see that there's a space, there's a void, you can come in and you can fill it in. Another thing about business is that I feel the most unique thing about business is not even the product, it's not even the service, it is you as a person. It is the personality that you bring into the business that really matters. Two people can be selling the exact same thing, but in different ways because of their personalities. I don't know if you understand me. Two people can be selling the exact same thing, but they can sell it in different ways because of their different personalities. So what you really need to bring into your business is you as a person. It's your personality, it's your habits, is everything about you basically. There's something I talked about a while back. I said that your business is a reflection of you, right? Like your habits and everything will definitely reflect in the business. If you're the kind of person that you're so scattered, you're all over the place, it will reflect in your business. But if you're punctual, if you're disciplined, it will reflect in your business and also in the way your staff handle your business. Yeah, so choosing a business, especially if you're starting it for profit base, you want to start a business that already has like a paying audience, like already has like clients, it already has demand. You don't want to do something that is very specific and it will be hard for you to get customers. Hi. How do I pronounce this? Otokpa. Otokpa, is that correct? Otokpa. Otokpa. This this name sounds Nigerian, but I'm not sure is it. Let me know. Otokpa. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it properly. Otokpa. Okay, I guess so. I think so. Jessie said, I like your hairstyle. Thank you so much, Jessie. Jessie Delis. I appreciate you very, very much. I'm grateful. Thank you for being here. But really, I got it correctly. What tribe is that? What tribe is that then? This is the first time I'm hearing this name, but like it sounds Nigerian. So what tribe is it? So for anyone who has like been on the live from like the beginning, who has if you have any questions or any contributions, you can just let me know. I think I've said the major things that I have to say, right? I don't like to say so much in one live because of information overload. Yeah, I know what that is and I'm wary of it. So I don't like to like say everything I have to say in one video because I know that you at a point people stop processing what you're saying because they've received too much information on that particular topic. I'm doing well, Otokpa. And you, how are you? How's your day? How's your week going? How have you been? How's your family? How's work? And what are the plans for the weekend? I know it's not weekend yet, but for me it feels like weekend. Here it's been raining. It's been raining non-stop, kind of. It's been raining like non-stop. Like it rained throughout yesterday and today again. Like it also rained like just a few minutes ago. So everywhere is so cold. Like you can see I'm like wearing like a whole shirt and the fan is not even on. Everywhere is so cold. Arnold said he's Swedish. Who is Swedish? Arnold. Arnold, who is Swedish? Before you said Jewish, now you're saying Swedish. Like, Canary was on the live before, but I think he left. Canary, are you still here? I think he left, but he was the first person on my live. Thanks for joining anyways. I always appreciate. Otakwa said I'm not. Okay. I can't remember what I asked or what I said. Otakwa is a Swedish name. No, it's not. Hey, at all. That name sounds very Nigerian. So Swedish ke. Swedish where? No, it's not Swedish at all. It sounds like something we say in pidgin. It sounds like an exclamation, like Otokpa, or it sounds like a powerful name. I don't know, but like it sounds so very Nigerian, for real. Anyways, another thing I want to say, like before I end the live, something I want to say is that and I've said this before, but I think it's important that we learn to get rid of distractions, right? I feel one of the major things that stop us or prevent us or delay us from achieving our goals is distractions. And sometimes we don't um recognize when we are getting distracted from our goals. We think we are taking a break, we think we are just resting or relaxing or whatever, but we don't know that we are getting distracted and we've started to like sway away. It happens to me as well. I have noticed that it happens to a lot of people. They don't know when they get distracted from their goals. They don't know when they lose sight of their vision. Otakwa Miss Commander. Mm, what tribe, please? Like, I'm not sure. What tribe is that? Is it Igbo? Are you Igbo? Just correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Oh, in Swedish it means big bear. Really? Wow, that's shocking. See, this like languages are so beautiful. Like different tribes, different countries, like everything is so beautiful because what could have a particular meaning to me will have another meaning to you. That's how diverse like everything really is. And God is so wonderful. Like God is so great. One something that means something in one person's language, it means another thing in another person's language. So if you guys are communicating and talking to each other, you guys might even have a miscommunication because you are both understanding different things. Okay, it's Idoma from Benue State. Okay. Okay. Benue. I think that's also like TV, right? TV is also from Benue State, because here in Abuja there are a number of people that are from Benue here, and I know that when I was in secondary school, one of my classmates, I think she was from Benue. Yeah, she was Tiv, and she was from Tiv or TV. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. And she was from Benue State. That should be is that the South Benue? Like I need to go back to my geography because I can't remember where exactly that is. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, I feel like distractions is a major thing that we need to work on. Me myself especially, I'm learning to not be distracted anymore. Like if I set my mind to do something, I'm learning to go ahead and do that thing. And I began to see like the benefits. So like if I say I'm going to do this thing and I do it, I see the benefits. Like I see how beneficial it can be if I do what I'm supposed to do at the right time. But you know that sometimes you know the right thing to do, but you end up not doing that thing at that particular time. It's like procrastinating, right? It's like procrastinating, but you don't mean to procrastinate. You just got distracted, and meanwhile you feel like you're being productive, but not really. You're not really being productive. You're just distracted in the moment. Okay, yeah. Tiv and Idoma are from Benue State. Yeah, yeah. I was correct, anyways. I was right. Otokpa, I hope you had a great day. I think this is your first time coming across my channel. It's nice to have you here. Anyways. So yeah, I think I've said the major things that I came on live to say. I wanted to talk about business, and I wanted to talk about distractions, because I see a lot of people wasting away because they are so distracted. And how do you know something is a distraction? This is something that is not going to benefit you in the long term. I feel like that's the easiest way to know what is a distraction. It will not benefit you in the long term, and it's not contributing anything to the goals that you have set for yourself. So this is how you know that this thing is just a distraction. It is temporary and it is not beneficial at all. That's how you know something is a distraction. So distractions are one of the major things that I feel everybody needs to cut off. Like it's something we need to work on, because a lot of the times we don't know we are being distracted. And one thing about life is that your life is basically made up of time. Okay, and we say something like, oh, you are wasting time. No, you're not wasting time. It is the person that is wasting. Like it is a life that is being wasted, because time is always going to be here. Like times when people come and go, but time will still remain, right? So just have it in mind that when you are distracted and you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, it's your life that is growing, right? Some of us only have like 80 years, 90 years. 80 years, 90 years is basically 80 summers, 80 winters, right? 80 happy new years. And that's it. Well, you're done in this earth. So you want to do what you can do with the time that you have. You want to do what you can do, when you can do it. You don't want to procrastinate. Nothing beneficial really comes from procrastinating. And let me tell you something, if you're resting, you're not procrastinating, because if you're resting, you're also doing something, right? Rest is necessary. Like you cannot work so hard every day and not rest. So rest is necessary. When you factor in time to work, time to have a meeting, time to do this, time to wash clothes, time to do house chores, also factor in time to rest, like besides your daily night sleep. Actually rest. And when I say rest, I don't just mean like rest your legs, like sit down. I mean also rest your mind, because like majority of things happen in our head. If your head is not resting, it's as good as you are not resting. Why do you think people sleep all night, they wake up in the morning and they still feel weak? They don't their mind is still not clear, because they did not really rest throughout the night. um thank you so much. Otakwa said you're actually nice and beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the compliments. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Thank you also for indulging me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I don't take it for granted. I appreciate every single person that always like tune into my live or drops a comment on my videos or just gives it a like or just say something or subscribe. I appreciate every little person. I say every little person. I appreciate every single person, right? Because it's not easy to give someone your time. It's not easy to give someone your attention because there are a million things that you could be spending your time with. There are a million things you could be spending your attention on, right? And you guys know why I really like live videos? Because to me, live videos feels like chatting with my friends. Do you understand? Live videos feel like you're talking to my friend, especially at night. It feels like, okay, I had a long day and I came back and I'm talking to my friends on a call. That's how live videos feel to me, like chatting with my friend, like catching up. That's how it feels. Yeah, which is, I guess that's how it's supposed to feel, but that's how it feels to me. It doesn't feel overly professional. It doesn't feel like strict, right? It feels relaxing, it feels nice, and I really love it when people comment and drop their ideas and make the live video fun and we get to like talk and relate. Yeah, I really like it. Should I call you Dr. Blessing? No, I'm not a doctor in any way. I don't have a PhD and I did not study medicine, so I'm not a doctor in any way. Actually, though what I did study, I should be a diplomat, right? But now I run a business, so no, don't call me a doctor. I have no intentions also of being like a therapist or a counselor. No, that work is too stressful. I feel like so for me though, I am the kind of person that my friends call me for advice. They call me if they need emotional support. They call me as a shoulder to lean on. They call me like for advice, basically, like for directions, like, oh, see what happened, what should I do? So I could be a therapist because I'm good at listening to other people. I'm good at giving advice. I'm good at sharing people's burdens, right? That's me. But the thing is that it's not something I want to do every day because it's so tasking. By the time you carry the burden of everybody, you realize that it becomes heavy on you because now who will carry your own burden? And I think that's a flaw. Like when we make friends, sometimes that's a flaw. Hi, Adi Soft. Hi, 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 hi. I can see you. Hi, hi, hi. Country. I'm in Nigeria, and you? I'm from Nigeria, living in Nigeria. How about you? Yes, as I was saying, I feel like sometimes we make friends according to our personalities, and that could be a flaw. Exactly, not necessarily people pleasing. It's just that you're the kind of person that people rely on you, right? So at the end of the day, when you get into a tough situation, right, either you're depressed or something is happening with you, or like you're just in a tight spot, a lot is going on with you and you need support, you realize that all your friends are people that you can support but they cannot support you. I think it's kind of hard to find someone that it can go both ways, that you can support and it can support you. Most often times, it can only go one way. So if you're the shoulder that everybody leans on, when it's time for you to lean on someone else, you would realize that you don't have anybody to lean on because unconsciously you have made friends that rely on you, but you cannot rely on them. Right? That's something that for me though, that's something I realized earlier in this year, that most of the people that I had around me that were like my friends, they did not really contribute to my life in the way that they were supposed to. It's just that I'm kind of like a people person. If you come around me and I feel like you're not harming me in any way, I'll let you stay. I'll listen to you. I'll give my advice. I'll be your friend, right? But I just realized, like, I got into a tough spot earlier this year, and I realized that most of the people around me were not contributing anything to my life. They could not be there for me, like emotionally, financially, spiritually. So like what then was the purpose of the friendship? But I didn't realize that earlier because everything was okay with me. I didn't need anything from them, which is me basically. I'm not good at asking things from people. I'm not good at even receiving support because I grew up being like self-sufficient, like with my emotions and with everything, you get. But once in a while when I need people, it's a bit hurtful to realize that people around me cannot be there for me because unconsciously, yeah, unconsciously I have made friends that can lean on me, but I cannot lean on them. So when we're making friends, I think we should be a little more cautious of how the dynamics of the friendship works. If not, you realize that you are at the end of the stick, the shorter end, right? You have made friends that cannot contribute anything to you, but you contribute to them. Hi, Pija Favored. Sorry I didn't reply to you earlier. Thanks for being here. Adisoft said, subscribe and like from Europe, Romania. That's so nice of you. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Otokpa said, let me subscribe and listen to my life. No, stop. I'm not your lecturer in any ways. It's just that sometimes I like to share my life experiences, though I'm still in my 20s, so like I don't know everything and I don't have like the biggest experiences, but there are certain things that I've experienced in life that I like to talk about, that I like to share. And the thing is that my friends are not like always available to talk to me. So definitely whenever I need to like chat or talk about a particular topic or share, I feel like okay, let me just come on live and share what I have to say. Another thing is that I feel like it's advice and it's ideas and it's words that anybody can use or anybody can relate to. I don't like to gatekeep things or hide things for myself alone. If I feel like okay, this is an idea I have, let me just tell everybody, or this is something that I just figured out today, right, based on my experiences. They say experience is the best teacher, and it's so true. I've learned a lot from my experiences, like even some of the things that I wish I did not have to learn it the hard way, but I still did. And those things will never leave me. What you learn from experience, you cannot forget. Okay, what you learn from a hard, especially tough times. I tell people that tough times don't come to scatter your life or to like break it. No, tough times come basically to help you. They come to teach you something, right? They come to show you something. And if you're listening, if you're paying attention, you will definitely learn what that season is teaching you. In life, everybody goes through different seasons. Okay, the season you were in 3 months ago may not be the season that you are now. We all go through different seasons, and every season comes to teach us something new, to impact us in a new way, right? To direct us probably in a new direction. Just imagine there are people that said, oh, maybe their store got burnt down or something, like something happened to them, maybe they lost all their money or something, and that experience redirected their life to another path. So just imagine that that thing never happened. Most people will not be where they are now if that tragic thing did not happen to them. Bola Tech, hi, happy new month to you too. Nice to have you here. It's been a while. How have you been? How have your studies? How is work? I think you're the one that has a startup. Is it you? I don't think so. Okay, you're the one. I think you're the one that is into. Is it engineering? Ah, I'm trying to remember, but I do know you're into something. So I hope work is going great. I hope you had a great week. I hope you had a great day. David, Investor David, how are you? How are you doing? How was work today? This is past midnight, oh. What are you doing awake, David? Yeah, nice. Always nice to hear from you. Really, it will be nicer to see you, David. But it's always nice to hear from you because I do know that still live in like there are people I've not heard from them in a while. I don't even hold any grudges because I know that everybody has something that they're going through or they're busy with. Many people are trying to like figure themselves out. Many people are trying to like do things with their lives. So for me at this point, it's totally fine if I don't hear from people every day. But whenever I do hear from someone that I know, I'm always grateful. Born Legendary said Bumbleclat. Are you from Jamaica? So yeah, anyway, so on this live has been going on for a while, and on this live we've talked about many things. I talked about choosing a business, starting a business. I talked about distractions, right? The reason a lot of people don't achieve the goals that they set from themselves because they get distracted, they get carried away. Some people even forget their goals. That's how shocking it can be. Some people forget the goals that they set for themselves. For me now, I write everything down. Like if you open the notes app on my phone, I have like over 700 notes of things that I've written down because I don't like to forget. And the thing about using the notes app on your phone is that anywhere you are at any point in time, you can open the app and go through anything that you've written down. Like, so there's nothing like writing, honestly. There's actually nothing like writing because what you write you cannot forget. But if you leave everything to your memory, you will definitely forget one or two. Balatek said you stay late at night most of the time, and that's when you go live. You do not know. So the reason I mostly go live at night is that in the day I'm mostly either busy, occupied, or everywhere is rowdy, or like I'm just doing something, right? But at night, I'm done for the day. I'm more calm. I'm more relaxed. Like my mind is more like there's more clarity, right? I do go live in the daytime when I'm free. Like on the days that I'm free, I try to go live during the day. But on the days that I'm not, which is most days, it's in the night that I do have time. Like anytime from like 11, I'm mostly free. Like whatever it is I have to do with in during the day, like working, cooking, cleaning, or anything like that, I'm done. And the night is when I can relax, I can talk, like I can go through my notes for the day, like my head is clearer, I can talk about my ideas, I can talk about my goals to get. So like the night is the time that I'm mainly free. And I know that not everybody will be online or active by that time, but that is mainly the time that I have time to go live. Otakpa said, please don't be angry. No, I'm never angry. Okay, I do get angry, but I will not be angry if you ask me a question. So, yes, please, you can go ahead and ask the question that you have. If it's something that I can answer, definitely I will. And if I cannot answer, I will let you know that I cannot answer. But in continuation to the answer to Bola text question, no, I don't do night shifts. Most of the time at night, I'm at home. I don't party either. I don't club or anything like that. So most of the time at night, I'm mostly at home, like either about to go to bed or rounding up for the day. I'm also not an early sleeper. I think that's also another reason why I go live mostly at night. I'm not an early sleeper. Like sometimes I sleep like 3 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m. I can't remember the last time that I slept like before even 12 a.m. It's been so long. Mostly I sleep late. Like I'm just used to it. I'm more of a night person actually. I don't like to wake up early either. I don't like to get up from the bed either. And even if I open my eyes like 7 a.m., I'll still want to be on the bed till like 9 a.m. So yeah, I'm more of a like a late night person. I prefer to work at night. I prefer to talk at night. Like the day everywhere is so hot and it's rowdy and there's a lot of noise. Like at night is so much more calmer. Otakpa said, I want to know your age. I think I talked about my age before in live. I don't know why people keep asking that question. Why do people keep wanting to know my age? Anyways, I'm in my 20s, so I think that's fine. I'm in my 20s. I'm not a teenager, right? I'm not a teenager. I'm a graduate. I graduated from university 6 years ago. Yeah, 6 years ago. So I'm a graduate. I'm not a teenager, and I'm not in my 30s either. So I'm not old, and I'm not so very young. I'm just at that nice young adult age. Yes, I'm in my 20s basically. So yeah, that's it. But I do have a lot of older friends. I will not say so very old, but majority of my friends and people that I come in contact with are much more older than me. And reason being that, like I said, I left the university 6 years ago. People that are mostly around my age, some of them are probably still in the university, or they're still like doing one or two things. They are not at the same pace that I am, or at the same stage of life that I am. I think that's the major reason why I usually have more older friends, because the people that are at the stage of life that I am are people that are older. So sometimes I feel like I started life a bit early. And I think God knows exactly why He did that, because life is not easy. Oh. Honestly, I'm saying this again because it's been like 6 years since I left university. And if you ask me, okay, I have achieved a lot of things in those 6 years, but I'm also amazed at how many years it took me to get myself together. Like the earlier anybody starts, the better, because life is not something you do in one day and then you go and sit down and relax forever. Life is something that you have to show up every day, and what you are thinking will take you 6 months to achieve, it can take you 3 years. You can start a business and that business will not be making steady sales until 4 years later. That's reality, that's facts. Honestly, like funny how you sell no, because that's the truth. Life, like anybody telling you that oh life is easy, life is rosy, they're either joking or lying to you, or maybe they were born into generational wealth or something. But you as an average person, right? Life is not easy. Like, and let me tell you something. Like God is so wonderful. Even when you have money, you will notice that the other things that come up that either your money cannot solve, or you're going through an emotional issue, or there's just somebody that is giving you headache. Like even when you have money, there is something else to worry about that is not money related. The way life happens there. Well, for me, there are certain times that I have issues on ground, and there are certain times that I have like peace, like nothing is happening, nothing's bothering me, nobody, nothing, nothing, nothing. So I cherish those quiet moments of peace, because I know that blink once, blink twice, like something else will come up. So basically that's just life. Everybody experiences hard times, everybody goes through trials, everybody has tough times. So let's not feel like we're the only ones going through hard times. Okay, it's part of life, it's part of being a human being, basically. Yes, Bolatek. Thank you so much. How have you been, Bolatek? Anyways, how is your YouTube channel going as well? And how is I'm not really sure what you do. What do you do for work again? I do know like you post tutorials on your YouTube channel. I've gone through your YouTube page, and I know that you said one time that you were studying, right? But I don't really know what you do for work, like to earn an income. Though some people don't like to say what they do for work, which is fine, right? Which is actually fine, because some people don't like to. It's not that I'm exposing themselves. It's just that probably the work is not something they want to like put out there. And these days, some people try to like guard their major source of income. You get. I don't know, but it's all good anyways. It's fine, whatever it is. Always nice to see you, always nice to hear from you. Thank you so much for joining my live. Thank you for all the times that you leave comments on my page. Let me tell you something, like I think my channel is even picking up now, but remember in those early stages, like I think that was even last year when I started to post on YouTube last year. I was having like nobody was even viewing my stuff. Was anybody viewing my stuff? But Bola Tech, you were like the only person that was commenting on my videos. Thank you so much for those comments that you dropped that time, because they really encouraged me. You get, like, even if it's only one person that is watching my videos or one person viewing it really encouraged me to like keep on like posting, to like just keep on showing up here. And I feel like I've grown so much from how the channel was last year. Even me as a person, I've grown so much, I've evolved, and I've gotten better. But I just want to appreciate you for those times that you supported me when nobody else was supporting me. Even on some times that I would go live and either you would be the only person here and you still be keeping me company. I appreciate it. I don't take it for granted, okay? I feel like when people are starting things at the beginning, that's when they need the most support. But the funny thing is that I've noticed that in life you don't get a lot of support until you're very well known and you're very popular. And by the time you're very popular, you don't need the support like those early days when you were just starting out, when you had nobody, because that's the time that you need all the encouragement you can get, right? So I always appreciate the people that are here in like my little beginnings, because they encourage me, basically. Like it's not easy to start anything, and it's definitely not easy to keep doing that thing, to keep going on, right? And I know that so many people do life without support, and it's not the easiest thing to be in that place where you don't have support, you don't have encouragement. Like, well, at the end of the day, you have to be your biggest motivator. Like every day you wake up in the morning, you have to tell yourself that, okay, today, oh, like I have to make something out of my life. I can't be lazy. I have to do the best that I can be. Okay, I don't want to disappoint myself. They said the best way to respect yourself is to keep the promises that you make to yourself. The best way to respect yourself and hold yourself in high regard is to do the things that you say that you are going to do, right? So you have to be your biggest motivator, because failure is never an option. Quitting is not an option. You have to keep going until you can no longer go again. And even when you can no longer move forward again, still try to move forward a little more. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Otokpa, nice to have you here. Yes, yes, yes. I've grown, and I know that I'm still going to like grow so much more. But at the same time, I want to enjoy my little beginnings, because anyways, guys, it's so nice to chat to everybody this night. Thank you. Though there are some people on this live that they will come on my live and they don't drop a comment, they don't say anything. They just stay watching the live quietly, silently. I still appreciate you guys. Okay, it's not easy to be like a silent supporter. Anyways. So I'm going to bed now. Thank you so much everyone that joined, and I'll probably see you in my next live. Take care of yourself. I hope that you have a lovely night. I wish you the best in the week. Olasek, can you please make a video from your own perspective on time management? Okay, probably that's what I'll talk about in my next live, but I don't know if you would be online at that time. So maybe we'll leave it for tomorrow night. I think I'll leave the topic for tomorrow night, right? Or even if like I go on live, like YouTube still plays the live back, so you can always watch it another time, right? So but yeah, I think I'll talk about time management in my own little way, because I'm trying a lot harder these days to manage my time effectively, like business, family, social life. I'm trying my best to really manage my time effectively. There was a time I couldn't manage it, like, because I was all about the place, doing this, doing that, and it leaves you so stressed. But yeah, I think I would talk about time management in my next life, probably tomorrow. Yeah, probably tomorrow, maybe in the night at this time, so you can be able to join in. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll be going now. Bye, guys.